A bit on overview, we will cover, like I said, we will cover how to use Office 365 in Canvas for delivering your lecture content, and also for your students to submit any kind of assignment if they would like to use Office 365 tools. Before you attend this training, we recommend that there are several different trainings that we recommend that you take a look at. All of this training, except Growing with Canvas, is available on our YouTube channel. We'll show you where you can access our YouTube channel right after this and during this presentation, during this training. First, there are two different things that in this training that if you would like to follow along. First is to log into your Canvas course where you can use Office 365 tool. You can log into Canvas using our website lms.tamu.edu, and in the top right-hand corner, you should be able to click the login button where you can log in with your TamuNet ID and password. In the meantime, I'm going to give you a few minutes to log in, a few moments to get your CAS authenticated. In the meantime, I'm going to talk about our website, lms.tamu.edu. Let me share the website with you. Oops, let me see. There we go. This is the website where you can learn more about if you would like to use if you need instruction how to move your eCampus content through Canvas, we do have Make the Move section where you can download our instructional guide. What are the best practices that in eCampus that you can move or transferable to Canvas? Those are available in the Make the Move. If you would like to learn about how to use Zoom, we also have the Engaging with Zoom section. And lastly, this is the Train Up section where you can find our YouTube channel and also training schedules and etc. It's also available in the training and support section, and you can access the video, the YouTube channel, according to what you need from here, from our video library. LMS website also contain several different information. For example, in the Get Ready for Spring, if you would like to learn more how to use Orca on how to add your student, your TA, for example, to your Canvas course, we do have the Orca section where you can learn more about those requirements. And lastly, Keep Teaching, where we contain all the different information about how to use our LTI, different LTIs, and also academic misconduct tools in Canvas that you can use, for example, on Rock and respond this lockdown browser. So that is a brief overview of the website. Let's go back to the PowerPoint. So by the end of this training, you should all be able to use OneDrive in your rich content editor, set up your assignment using Office 365, and also use Office 365 for collaboration in Canvas. And we're going to talk about each of this, how you can do each of this in this training. So stick around. So before you go to Canvas, if you would like to use Office 365, the first thing that you need to do is to upload your files. For example, your Word document or your PowerPoint or your Excel document to OneDrive. OneDrive is basically like Google Drive if you use Google Drive in the past. So it's also a cloud storage server where you can upload all of your Office 365 documents. There are two different ways to log into your OneDrive. First is using that website. I'm going to show it to you in a moment. Let's go back. So, or if you don't, the easy way to remember those websites is you can bookmark it, or you can just type it in Google, TAMU Office 365. It's basically either number 1 or number 2. Use either one of this website. All right, let's go to the first website, which is from the IT website. So once you click once you go to the IT website, you can log into Microsoft 365. Or if you use the first website, which is through Gateway, you're going to be brought to this gateway where you can log in using to Office 365. So either way, you can log in with your net ID and password by using either two of this website. After you log in, you will be brought to this website, which is your office.com, tamuoffice.com website, where you need to click this app launcher, where you can select, you can use pretty much any Microsoft tools that are available at Texas A&M. But for this purpose, only for this training, we're going to go to OneDrive. So I'm going to go to OneDrive. Again, your first view will not be directly to go to OneDrive. You need to click the app launcher and go to OneDrive. And OneDrive, that's where you can create your folders. You can start organizing your folders in Office. For example, I already have Office 365 training, a different this folder. You can add a new folder, or you can just drag and drop documents directly from your file browser to your OneDrive. So I already have files located in here, which is this Office 365 training. So I don't need to, this is what I'm going to use for the whole duration of this training. So I don't need to re-upload it, but you feel free to organize your own folder according to your needs. Again, first, you will need to upload your files because in Canvas, you will, if you want to use Office 365, Canvas will not allow you to upload those files. Those files need to be already uploaded in OneDrive, and then you can access it from Canvas. So let's go back to the PowerPoint. And we talk about how to upload your Office 365 files. Again, don't forget to click the app launcher and click OneDrive. And using Office 365 in Canvas, there are different ways to use Office 365 in Canvas. One particular ways that we like the most is using Office 365 in rich content editor, such as in Pages or discussion board or assignment. So from this point on, I'm going to switch to my Canvas course. If I'm going too fast, just let me know in the chat and I can talk slower and rewind and repeat what I just said earlier. So let's go back to my Canvas course again. So again, this is my Canvas course, my sandbox, and I already created a bunch of different modules. I'm just going to use my module 1 for this training. I'm going to use my week 1 lecture with audio narration. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is how you can use Office 365 in Pages. You do not need to enable Office 365 in your course navigation. We find that if you enable it, it's going to be confusing for students because that's if you enable it in settings and if you go to course navigation, and even though there's Office 365 right there, that only going to allow your students to view their own files because and when you click it, when you enable it, Office 365 is Canvas gonna recognize your account, so not your students. So we recommend that you don't enable it just because that's only for your view only. Whatever that's in your Office OneDrive, you will be able to view it, but not your students. But you can directly access Office 365 directly from your content page, which we're going to talk about. So if you go to week 1 lecture on audio narrations, I'm going to use this for this training. I'm going to click edit. And in the rich content editor, oops. No, I don't want to save. I probably forgot to save it earlier. Already have lecture 1 uploaded from Office 365. Let's create lecture 2. Now I'm going to block lecture 2. And you can see on the top in the rich content editor, there's that Office 365 button. Or if you don't see it in here, you can always access it from the app and just click the drop-down menu and then view all. And you should be able to double click the Office 365 name right here. But since it's available directly from my rich content editor, I'm just going to click this. If this is your first time using it, you might get you might have to authorize it. Just authorize it with your Tamune password, net ID, and password. And you should be able to see whatever files that is in your OneDrive. So I'm going to click Office 365 training, and I'm going to upload this example, UZU example, and then attach a file. So that file is going to get connected to my lecture 2. Once ready, all you need to do is click save. So after this is done, you can preview it by clicking lecture 1, for example, and it's going to launch an LTI, something like this, where the nice thing about it, it's going to launch the PowerPoint, and students can directly play the audio if you put any audio narrations in your PowerPoint directly in the Office 365.
Using narrated
So
PowerPoint
they can play it,
presentations.
and they can move the slide and then play it again and increase the
Scaffold
volume.
learning.
So, which is nice. So they no longer need to download the PowerPoint with audio narrations. So that is a neat thing to do that you are able to do in Office 365 in Pages. Let's go to PowerPoint again and see. We did talk about how you can use Office 365 in Pages. And the next thing we're going to talk about is how you can use 365 in a group collaboration. Let's move to my Canvas course again, and we're going to go to modules. And one caveat, one disclaimer that I need to say right off the bat right now is that you can only use Office 365 in group collaboration in a discussion page. So you will need to create a discussion page for your student. Discussion assignment. So like in here, I already have a discussion assignment and already enabled group discussion for this assignment. So you can create a group discussion first and then click edit and then make it a group assignment. Make this into a group discussion by enabling this button, and then you can choose the groups. Again, we have a different training later on next week in the future where you can join us again. And if you would like to learn more how to create a group discussion or group assignment, but in here, I already have a group set up and already choose the random group assignment, put points, and then click save. And the due date and click save. So from the student point of view, whether they're in group 1 or group 2, for example, if I'm in group 1, this is what they will see. And then they will have this collaboration buttons in their navigation menu where they can click this, and then they can collaborate either using Google Docs or Microsoft Office 365. This is optional. They don't have to use this. They can just use Reply or create their own Google Docs if they want. And they can choose, if they start using collaboration, they can choose Word, Excel, or PowerPoint, name the document, name the description, and then they need to add themselves to the groups. Oops. And then click Save to create it. Click Save. That will create a Microsoft Word group document that they can collaborate on. But first, again, you need to enable the group discussion page. Let's go back to my sandbox again. And the next thing that we're going to talk about is assignment. There are two different ways how you can enable Office for an online assignment. The easy one first, which is just create an assignment. So I'm going to go to modules again. You can create your own assignments. And week 1 or week 2 in other weeks or in any other weeks that you want. I already have a assignment created in my week 1. So I already have 2 assignments that I created in my week 1. We're going to talk about how to submit assignment using Office 365 file upload tool first. I'm going to click this. And in my setting, it's basically, it's pretty straightforward that if you enable file upload and then click save, from the student point of view, if you do it from the student view, and they click submit assignment, they will have this Office 365 button available for them. They can just click this, authorize this. Authorize it, I will not be able to show it to you in this case, just because I'm also the instructor and also as a student in here. So I'm not going to be able to log in, but they can just click this and then log in using their TamuNet ID and password, and they can upload the files, their Word document directly from their OneDrive. So the only thing that you need to do is just enable that file upload button. I'm going to leave the student view. And the second assignment way to use Office 365 is to use the external tool. I'm going to go to my external tool assignment by just clicking next. That's what I did. And then I'm going to edit the assignment. I already have this assignment created, so I'm not going to recreate it. So you can rename it. But in the submission type, I use external tool. Prior, I use online. That's going to give you the file upload button. But in this case, I want to use external tool, and you can find it by clicking find, and then scroll down until you find Office 365 Cloud assignment, double click it, and it will bring you back to your OneDrive account, where you can just click Office 365 training, the folder that I want, and where I store my assignment template. Let this load for a moment. If it will load, let's try it again. There we go. Sample homework. I'm gonna use this and then attach a file. Let this load again. There we go. And then click select. Don't click cancel, click select. And then you can make this load in a new tab. Our preferred way is that you load this in a new tab so that your students will see a bigger screen. And then once you do the required stuff, which is adding a due date or adding a temp, you can click save. Now, from the student perspective, I'm going to go to my colleague practice course, where she already uploaded a practice assignment using Office 365. I'm going to go there, which is this one. Let me reload, and then I'm going to load this individual. If you click load into a separate page, this is what your students will see. I'm going to load this individual assignment in a separate page, and this is what they will look like. The first thing that they will do is that if they click nothing, they won't be able to click or edit the document at all, right? So every time they open the document, Office 365 will create a copy of the homework assignment. So you do not need to worry that other students can look at their peers or their friends' assignment, because this is only for my view. The other students cannot even touch this. They will get a separate copy of this same homework. But to edit the page, all they need to do is just click edit document and then click edit. So that is the first step that they need to do. Now they can edit the document create, type it, hello, this is my submission, for example. And it's basically just Office 365. It's safe. And then all they need to just go, don't forget, click submit on the top. So every time they click submit, they only need to click submit once. Every time they go back to the Office, to the assignment, and click submit again, Canvas will produce those different assignments that you see in SpeedGrader. So once done editing, just click the submit once, and that's it. All right, that's how to use actionable tool. Now let's go back to the training. We did talk about using actionable tool in assignment. And the last thing that I want to show you in this training is how you can grade your Office 365 assignment. Let's go back to my website, to my Canvas course, and all you need to do is go to Google, to the SpeedGrader. I'm going to click SpeedGrader. I already see that Diana already submitted the assignment. This is basically the assignment I created using the actionable tool. So you can see that Diana put her answer for each of the question. And then I can also download it. I can annotate it using the normal stuff. I can look at Isabel's submission. And you can see that every time Isabel click submit, there are 2 different submissions at different time. So again, for this assignment, I use the actionable tool. Either way, if you're using the file upload tool, as long as they submit a Word document, you will be able to, or Excel spreadsheet, or whatever that Microsoft recognize. It's because it's their product. You will be able to view it in the SpeedGrader. So, for example, Diana uploaded a PowerPoint, and I can view it directly in the SpeedGrader. Same thing with Isabel. Also PDF. So that is how you can look at the assignment in SpeedGrader and grade it. So thank you all again for attending this training. We do have different training available for you next week. For example, Google Drive and other trainings. So we recommend that you go to our website and look at what's going to be available for you next week. And we still have still gonna have office hours available also next week. So available resources, I'm going to give you all this, a copy of this PowerPoint in PDF at the end of this training. So where you can look at the resources available if you would like to learn more on how to use Office 365 in Canvas.
To learn more, please visit lms.tamu.edu. Thank you.